which is so correct. And I'm always honored to be with John because in the state Senate we now have the privilege of calling him Mr. Chairman. And he's Chairman of the Education Committee, making a difference on behalf of the young people of our state. But also, I'm so proud of John because I see Marines here. He is a proud Marine, not a former Marine. He is a Marine forever. And so I'm so proud of his service to the Marine Corps. And ladies and gentlemen, I was just looking at my watch. We've got 72 hours. 72 hours of making phone calls, calling people, getting them out, and not taking it for granted at all how important it is that we secure each vote. And so you think of your family, your friends, your neighbors. People can vote absentee in person on Monday from 8 to 5 p.m. at 2020 Hampton Street, on Main Street in Lexington behind Lizard's Thicket. If you've got people who need a ride on Election Day, you can actually take them on Monday between 8 to 5 and vote absentee in person. And then on Election Day, we need to be calling people tomorrow, on Monday, on Tuesday, right up to 7 o'clock. Calling people and reminding them how important this election is. Our country is at a crossroads. We already know the failed big government policies of Pelosi. We know that the Obama administration, Obamacare, is a threat to the senior citizens of our country. We know that Obamacare could bankrupt the future for the young people of our country. That's why I want to thank Kenny and Rick for putting this together tonight. We're so grateful to have a governor who made a difference with Governor Huckabee, and I'm so grateful that Mike Huckabee could be here tonight. I do want to let you know that it was a year ago, tomorrow, that I had the opportunity to go up to Morristown, New Jersey for the Tea Party, and I went up to campaign for somebody that we now know all love, and that is Governor Chris Christie. But as I was going up there, I called people and they said, "Hey Joe, our New Jersey is so corrupt that the people won't vote for change." And I said, "Well, I have faith in the people of New Jersey." And then I found out that people felt like that the people of New Jersey were dependent on government, didn't have free will. I said, "Well, I have faith," and they did. On November the 3rd last year, they voted for change in the majority and voted for Chris Christie. I know we can do the same thing this Tuesday, and again, I just don't take your support for granted. I'm so grateful to be here. Roxanne's here, and I want to thank her for her service for me and for the people of the 2nd District. And we've got children and grandchildren here tonight. I hope you get to see them, because Roxanne is so proud of them. But thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for coming by the headquarters right here at 131 State Street. Anytime for the next 72 hours. We'll be calling not all night, but all day. Thank you. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a few words from our hard-working State Comptroller General, Richard Ekstrom. These will be just a few words. You've heard that from politicians from day one, but I want to just share one observation. Today was a tremendous day for the University of South Carolina. Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, will be an even more tremendous day for the entire state of South Carolina. We're in the 4th quarter. We're involved with serious business. The consequences are as serious as you can imagine they could be. Let's go on out and finish strong and bring it home. Thank you all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one of the things that's really going to be important Tuesday is that working alongside Richard with the Budget and Control Board, helping bring trueness to accountability in government, is going to be our next state treasurer, Curtis Loftus.
Well, it is great to be in my hometown of West Columbia. I live in the woods just over there. My business for 20 years was about a block and a half away. And I see so many people I know. And I see so many people who knew me when I was young and maybe wasn't quite the stellar citizen I am now. I see one person out there that helped get me home when I was on a bicycle at 12 o'clock at night. So when I was in the 6th grade. it's great to be in a place where you're known, and I just am humbled to be here. This group here and Governor Huckabee are good and honorable people, and I think that we're going to change the state of South Carolina. I do believe that on Tuesday starts a revolution here all around this state. I've noticed it, I've seen it. People come up to me and talk to me everywhere I go. They're ready for a change, and we had that change argument 2 years ago, and I promise you the change you're going to get in South Carolina beginning on the 12th of January is quite different. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm going to step in for two reasons. Number one is I wanted to introduce Mac Toole, the House member. Appreciate you coming tonight, Mac. Thanks so much. But I also wanted to get a chance to introduce to you our candidate for Attorney General, and that's Alan Wilson. Really for two reasons. Number one, I've known Alan since he was about this tall when Joe and Roxanne, one year when Joe Wilson, his father, was running for Senate, I went out putting up signs with him when he was in grade school. And so that makes me feel really old, but so I wanted to get up and say that. But also I want to tell you that every choice we have for the Republican Party versus Democratic Party is so clear this year. But one of the biggest differences we have is in the race for Attorney General, and it's such an important race. And I wanted to get up and tell you just a couple things. Number one, Alan is the only prosecutor. He's the only one that's ever prosecuted a single case. He served his country in the military. And he as an assistant attorney general for Henry Master, he's got the experience to do the job. But I do want to say something about his opponent that no one really knows about. His opponent is actually a Democrat National Committeeman for Barack Obama. So let me ask you a question. If we don't win this race on Tuesday, what do you think is going to happen in that lawsuit against the health care in federal court? South Carolina won't be there anymore. This guy that Alan's running against has Barack Obama on speed dial. So as Alan comes up, I want to tell you, you're our candidate. You got to fight.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you and Kenny for putting this event together. And Rick has always been kind of like a big brother to me, even when I was that little bratty kid brother putting up signs. And Dad, it's always good to stand up here on the stage with you. First off, I got to tell you guys, I'm stoked for Tuesday. Is everybody excited for Tuesday? All right. Let me tell you something. We are not destined to win on Tuesday. People keep saying Republican headwind is to our backs. We're going to just breeze on in, and it's going to happen. We have to make it happen. It's not going to happen on its own. The folks standing up here on this stage right now need your help. We need you to get out there, not just vote. If you've already voted, thank you. But encourage your friends to vote, your family. Encourage everyone that you know you go to church with, that you work with, to go and vote. You can come to the local offices for the candidates to make phone calls to get out the votes. But there's so many things you can do. But before I step down, I want to tell you how important it is that we keep the Attorney General's office in Republican hands. Years and years ago, my dad used to make me watch a movie that I use in all my speeches because it got burnt into my brain. There was a movie many years ago that some of you might remember. Steve McQueen was in it, and it was called The Blob. Everybody remember this movie? The beginning of the movie, the blob lands in the woods out of a meteor, and it's about the size of a grapefruit. And as the movie progresses, the blob starts rolling around eating people, and by the end of the movie, the blob is swallowing entire diners. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a blob. It's called the federal government. Instead of eating people, it's eating individual liberty. It's eating state sovereignty. It's eating people's ability and will and desire to take care of themselves. We as a people have to stand up and say, government, we are not going to let you do this to our state. We're not going to let you do this to our citizens. Right now, that health care bill has just survived its first hurdle in the Northern District of Florida. I make a commitment to you as your Attorney General. I will carry on what Attorney General McMaster has done with the 19 other states' Attorneys General. We need someone who will stand up and fight an unconstitutional mandate. Right now, if under the state health plan, if the federal government gets this way, South Carolina is going to have to pay $20 million beginning in January. That number could go all the way up to $240 million if we don't meet the mandates from the state health plan. Over the next 10 years, that number is going to grow to $10 billion to fund Medicaid. That's a $10 billion pistol that the government's holding to our heads. We need someone who's going to stand up and fight the unconstitutional mandate in that health care bill. I make a commitment to you today that I will continue that fight, and I will be proactive, and I will be a leader in that fight to protect you as a citizen of this state and to protect your wallets. I'm going to step down, but before I do, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be the nominee for this party. I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to possibly be your Attorney General come January. You get my back and you get their back on Tuesday, you have our word, we'll get your back for the next 4 years. Thank you, and God bless you all.
You can tell the apple don't fall from the tree, does it? I do want to introduce Chip Huggins real quick and Mac Toole to say a couple words from the state legislature here from Lexington County, and we're getting close to Governor Huckabee now.
Thank you, Rick. Listen, it's my honor and my privilege to be here this evening. As I look around this crowd, I just am enamored. I see my neighbors out there, Scotty and Debbie. Thank you for pulling those Gamecocks through, and we're very proud of that. I just want to say it is an honor and a privilege to be standing up here on this stage with these great men. It's a pleasure to be in District 89, Kenny, and I thank y'all for letting me be here. As I look out amongst you, I am so grateful to each and every one of you for what you do and what you help us with each and every day. And you remind us of the things that we stand for, and please help us to continue this fight. And thank you very much for letting me be here. Y'all have a great evening.